So what's up, everybody, and welcome back to SafeMoon and Chill. It's me, Chill, again, and so a lot has happened since yesterday. Just when we thought it couldn't get any crazier, it seems like it got a little crazier. You know, there's been some crazy news with another core member of the team, but just like the last video, I'm gonna kind of go into some Reddit posts and some Twitter posts that I think kind of envelop what has gone on and kind of digs through a bunch of the bullshit and just gives you what I think is relevant. So let's just get right into it. So first, just to kind of start things off on kind of a light note, I think this was a lot of us today. I know this was me when I woke up at like 8:30 and checking the SafeMoon price. It tanked like 30% to start off the day. And we all know why. It was because of Jack. The rumored news was that Jack was leaving, but for personal reasons, and we thought it was a rumor, but it came to be true. They've already explained kind of what went on, and they did just hold a Twitter Spaces. I was watching that. I don't know if you guys saw it or not, but I was watching it. They did great on it, I think. So Jack's no longer with us. I hate to see him go, but at the same time, if the company needs to move forward and that's one of the things they need to do so, then that's what needs to happen. So let's just a little bit different than last time, actually. I'm going to kind of show you guys the price to start, and what's been going on, and it'll kind of let you see how the price fluctuates with news, because I'm sure you guys have heard the whole buy the rumor, sell the news thing. Well, people have been selling, right? But as you can see, people have been selling, right? But people have been buying. This was yesterday when all the stuff happened. This was today when all the stuff happened. But as we can see, just like yesterday, the support is there again. I mean, we're not back up to here yet, but with the AMA that they just put out on Twitter and their reassurance they eased a lot of people's minds with what they did today. We ask for something like that every time something like this happens, and a lot of the times we don't get it, but this time they delivered. So I was happy about that personally. A good takeaway from this, though, a lot of things we talk about is tokenomics and reflections. Well, the trading volume today is up 126%, almost 40 million. That's almost double, almost quadruple on some days our trading volume. That's a good thing. That's a good thing for anyone that's holding and anyone that's planning to hold for a long time. It kind of gives you an idea of what your wallet could look like as far as reflections go when things like the wallet and the exchange come out, and when they start utilizing the blockchain within those products. So there's the kind of the price chart. There's a 7-day. I don't really like to look at the price too much, because to me, it's one of those things. Right now we don't have utility, we don't have products. We're waiting on that, and the team's gonna deliver. It's only a matter of time. So another thing I'm gonna try to go over to you guys with, maybe every video, maybe not every video, but most videos, is the current whale holdings, because a lot of people misunderstand how important this is, especially as we move on in time and they start releasing products, and we want that market stability, because right now there's no products, there's no utility. not many people. There's a ton of people in SafeMoon, but I would venture to say many more that want to be, but they don't see the reasoning behind it. And one huge thing is stability. People don't like unstable things, and especially when it comes to price and in their investments. And the more the whales sell, the less whales that we have, the less dominance that they have as far as price goes. So, I mean, this chart, not many big whales sold, but what we can see here is the 24-hour burn. I mean, that's a ton. 120.4 billion burnt, and that's only with, just under 40 million volume. Imagine when it hits 500 million, which it's done before. I mean, I don't know if you guys were around way back here, but that's 572 million in volume that day. That's its best it's ever been, but that's without an exchange, that's without a wallet, that's without any real utility. So, I mean, that's exciting to me to see things like that. But yeah, here's that. This kind of just gives you an overview, and I don't know if you guys use this website, but it's pretty useful. So if you're into numbers like this, it's cool to look at. It's cool to see change. So here we have this whale sold 549 billion. This whale sold 3.8 trillion. These two whales both sold all. These are huge players in possibly, I'm not saying they will crash the price or disrupt the price, but they have the ability. And we see that with these giant dips that have happened over the last day. Now what happens with that is, if there's that resistance to fight back against that sell-off, the price will come back. Maybe not as well as where it started. We see this time and time again with the whale sell-offs and the buy the news or buy the rumor, sell the news thing. But I mean, when in doubt, zoom out. I've read that a million times, and something I'm gonna harp on in this video is the fact of Bitcoin. Okay, this is a graph of the price of Bitcoin throughout its existence. Okay, I mean, we're talking about something when it first came out that was worth hundredths of a cent. Now it's been up to 60. It's been up to almost 60. It's broke $60,000 before. Let's see if I can get it. There we go. So it's broke $60,000 per Bitcoin. I mean, the people that say that we can't have these astronomical numbers with SafeMoon, they just don't understand how the crypto market can be. I know Bitcoin and SafeMoon are not very comparable when it comes to the functionality of the token right now. But just give it time. That's all I would say to people. You have things like this happening. Bitcoin $28 here drops down to $2. What did those people think when it dropped from $28 to $2? Or what did the people think when it dropped from 200 something, $154 down to 66? What did people say then? Is it a rug pull? Is it a scam? I don't know. What about when it dropped from $1,000 down to $221, almost an entire year later. These giant jumps and decreases in prices, these are the reasons that that there's people that lasted with Bitcoin and became millionaires, and there's people that aren't. It's whether or not you can see through this and you look at the overlying picture of the project. And with SafeMoon, that's something that I personally do. But like I always say, that most of this is my opinion and stuff that I've researched myself. So it's really up to you guys to make whatever choice is smart for you. 2017 Bitcoin was 19,000. 2018, almost 2019, it was 3,000. I mean, that's, talk about a decrease in price. You know, that's crazy. And now it's sitting around 46. We had our little correction, you know, our little bubble pop a few months ago. But if you just, when in doubt, zoom out, look at the overall graph, look at the trends that happen with crypto, and a lot of stocks too. It's the people that hold that are the, you know, Dogecoin millionaire stories. It's those people, not the people that sell when the bad news or the shit hits the fan. Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna step off my soapbox for a little bit. I'll end on that topic with this. You know, this guy Tandyman234 talks about the future. Imagine, if you will, the year's 2023. It's September. The wallet has been out for almost 2 years. The V2 is successful. The exchange was extremely successful. We trade on a daily basis of 1 to 3 billion in volume per day, which I don't think is very far off from what could happen, in my opinion. I see a lot of exchanges that are no names that I have no idea who they are. I've never heard of them. They have 4,000 followers on like fucking Twitter. They have no real community. SafeMoon's community is there. It's all about them delivering the products now. But so he says, after the exchange, our volume increased so much we finished burning through our supply. The devs stopped the burn at 50 trillion. Due to popularity of the coin and its role in certain governments, the Gambia, and the exchanges of the price sits between 2 cents and 5 cents daily. Life is good. You know, things like this can kind of keep you positive in a negative environment, because I guarantee you, if I was back in 2009 when Bitcoin first introduced itself to the world, and I was telling people one day I'm going to be a millionaire off Bitcoin, give it 5 years. You know, let's go 5 years in the future. $280. I would tell you you're crazy if you were going to tell me that in 2009 if you told me that Bitcoin was going to be $230 something 5 years from then, a lot of people would call you crazy, just like people call us crazy now. And I mean, history repeats itself. You guys are going to hear me say that a lot, because I truly believe it. So, okay. Official Bray on Reddit, he talks about how we are humbled, but we are strong. And, you know, I went over this yesterday about how the graphs showed that with the support. We're humbled, but we're strong. You know, we're shaken, but we're not down. And we might even been kicked when we're down, but we're not going to stay down. And that's just how we have to look at it. That's how I look at it. So, and so to talk about what I was said earlier in this video is that Jack did leave or was forced out, I don't know. They're not going to tell us because of NDAs or whatever they want to say. But Jack's gone, and John talks about it. He says, sometimes as the CEO, you have to make a tough decision. Parting ways with folks and friends you started with in order to continue to grow and support the 2.5 million plus people is tough. But my priority is the SafeMoon and the SafeMoon Army. This is the kind of thing that we want to hear from our CEO. I mean, he came up with Jack. We don't know their entire past or how well they really were friends more than business partners, but they were in the trenches together. They fought up to this point with each other through all the bullshit, So I'm sure it wasn't the easiest thing for him to decide that this is the best thing for my community and for my company. I think that he did have, there was some say, I think there was some backlash with the wallet. I'm going to say wallet collapse because it wasn't a release. With the wallet collapse, I don't think there was transparency within the team because I cannot for the life of me figure out why they would spend so much money and so much time and so much effort in the marketing campaign for the wallet, and then the thing with the Piccadilly in London, I think it is, the Piccadilly Circus, that giant billboard that they had. This isn't a cheap thing, and like I get, maybe they were like, I mean, you could reach for the truth and say, they knew it wasn't going to come out. They spent that money hoping people like you would think like that's their cover up. But that'd be a far way to reach. That'd be a super far way to reach. And I don't think that's what happened. I think there was a disconnect. I think there was some miscommunication or somebody covering for somebody. And the repercussions happened with Hank and with Jack not being on the SafeMoon team anymore. So this is some good news, I think. I don't think John put it out at the best time, but I think his heart's in the right place. I think he wanted to bring an uplifting, like, energy, vibe, idea. He just wanted to bring a positive thought into people's head. The SafeMoon wallet's resubmitted to Android. I have an iOS device. I have an iPhone. I don't use Android, but I'm excited to see a product be released. And I think we can all say that. And I think that it's going to be well worth the wait, if I'm being honest. Yeah. So this is, I don't know if you guys know who Dave Portnoy is. He is the El Presidente of Barstool Sports. And he always gets a bunch of shit for being a paper-handed, whatever you want to call him. But he's been holding with us. I think he really does believe in SafeMoon. Whether he understands the core concepts behind it or not, who knows? But I mean, he put in 40 grand. He's down to 6 grand. What does that say? Or if this guy says 5 grand. He says lies, 6.8 grand. So, I mean, that's, talk about holding. He's ready to hold. I'm right there with him. So, let's see. There's that again. Okay, let me go over some Twitter things with you guys. We'll save this for last. So this is the quote this is what John had to say officially on Twitter about Jack. It says, SafeMoon Army, we can confirm that Jack Hines, the COO, has left SafeMoon. Jack has been a fundamental part of our SafeMoon journey since the start, and we thank him for everything that he has delivered. We agree with his decision. At SafeMoon, we are building for the long term, starting with the learnings we are working through from delay to the wallet launch. We're determined that our next phase will operate with increased efficiency. Our absolute focus is on delivering quality, fueled by a team that has the best interests of SafeMoon community at heart. And if you wanted to kind of read through some, what's he saying by this? I think he's saying that something that Jack said or didn't align with what John thought is in the best interest for us and our community. And as our CEO, he has the authority to make those decisions, and we can either support him or go against it. It really doesn't matter. It's up to him. He's the one hired to do it. He's the one that gets paid to do it. And I promise you that he wants to see this succeed just as much as we do, if not more. This is John's legacy. And as of right now, it's John's legacy. Will he be here forever? I don't know. I was talking to a guy, or I was listening in on a Twitter space between a guy named Crypto Bully. I don't know if you guys are on Twitter a lot, but this guy named Crypto Bully made a good point in this Twitter space. He was talking to these people about how Bitcoin is this and Bitcoin is that, and how blah, 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 Bitcoin. Well, then he goes on and talks, he asks them, do you know who the key members of the Bitcoin core team were? Do you know who the maker of Bitcoin was? Do you know who the founder of Bitcoin was? Do you know who runs Bitcoin now? I mean, these people, John and the team, they've been very transparent with us. A lot more transparent than most, I would say, most crypto communities out there. Maybe ever. So, and then here's Jack Haynes's little tweet, whatever you want to call it, about where do I start? My journey with SafeMoon has been incredible so far. As a community, we have achieved so much in such short time. However, after reflecting on my goals and my current position, my well-being is now more important to me than ever, and I need to remove myself from any toxic environments. If you ask me, he's throwing shade at the SafeMoon environment. We don't know what goes on behind the scenes, but what we do know is from all this going down the last couple of days, there has been some shit going on behind the scenes. That's a fact. And there's a lot of things they're not going to be able to ever share with us, but I think slowly we'll kind of see, where these people's loyalties really lied. And he ends this by saying, "My name is Jack Haynes, the CEO of..." I wouldn't doubt in a few weeks, give it a month, give it maybe a few days, Jack Haynes is going to be shilling some new token or some new coin or some new crypto on his Twitter, and he's going to, like a lot of people before him, is going to feed off of the SafeMoon community. And that leaves a sour taste in my mouth, especially when he ends it like this. What CEO of, was he mad at John? Was he trying to go after John's spot? I don't know. But either way, I do wish Jack Haynes the best. I think he did a ton of work. I think he helped out a ton. And like I said yesterday, I liked Jack. I think he was a super, he was like the yin to John's yang in certain aspects. But we'll see. I wish him the best, and I hope that he's successful in whatever he decides to do, because he deserves it. So, yeah. I wanted to show you guys this. This is the iOS wallet on mainnet. that this guy shared with us. He must be a beta tester. He kind of goes through he shows Dogecoin, he kind of shows the candlestick charts. He says he's on his iPad. He says that it's super smooth. He sent SafeMoon to it, and it went through, which is good. He says he can't stress it enough that it's awesome. So, I mean, this video just kind of shows the overall concept of the wallet and its different functions. You know, Apple Pay, huge thing. People really underestimate what that means. Yeah, he goes through that, shows a ton of different currencies that are set up through the wire buy button. And yeah, so right before this video, I was in this Twitter space with John and Papa and Ryan. They did an awesome job kind of calming the storm that was brewing. Okay, we have had a lot of pissed off people, and I'm not going to say I was pissed off, but I was definitely emotional. And people will say, you know, you shouldn't get emotional with investments and blah blah blah. But when you've put time and you've put thought and effort into something, it's natural. It's natural to be emotional. It's just about how you react to the emotions that is the difference between, you know, your peace of mind. Sometimes you need to go smoke a cigarette. One of you commented on my video and said I need to smoke a cigarette after this video. I don't condone smoking. It's not good for you. But it helps. It helps some people. So whatever you need to do to unwind, sometimes you need to do it. These guys, by going on this live today and kind of explaining things and just going over a bunch of questions from the community, they put a lot of people's confidence back in the project. And I believe that, you know, full-heartedly. And if they were to do something like that more often, I think it'd be a good thing. I think the reason a lot of people enjoy, you know, the SafeMoon Hound and what he's done for us so far is his constant communication. You know, he tweets all the time about things that he's doing with the wallet and shows us the fruits of his labor. He shows us the things he's doing. And then, so I'm gonna end on a good note. You know, there was a ton of speculation on if Thomas Papa, the blockchain wizard, was gonna leave SafeMoon. And I don't know if you guys have seen Wolf of Wall Street, but this is one of the most fucking epic parts of the movie, is when they're trying to get the Wolf of Wall Street to leave his company. He says, like, I'm not leaving, I'm not fucking leaving.
The show goes on!
The show goes on. That's exactly what Thomas said today.
This is my home!
And I think that
They're gonna need a fucking wrecking ball to take me out of here!
He did talk today, which I'll talk about the Twitter space in some more depth tomorrow. I think he is a giant component in the idea of SafeMoon. We all really trust Thomas. I'm not sure what it is about him, but I trust him too. I think he just seems like someone that really is an innovator, and he's got the knowledge to do so. So I think he's a huge player in the team. So there's that monkey again. So yeah, so that's the video for today, guys. I hope you guys liked it. You know, like I said last time, like, comment. if I did bad, if I did good, let me know. Let me know what you guys want to see. If you want to see future videos, I'm not against doing, videos about certain aspects of SafeMoon. I'm not a huge technical analysis guy. I would do something with price predictions. I would do something with timelines. But as far as technical analysis goes, I'm not good at it, so I'm not even going to try to do it. But my next video I'm kind of planning is going to be just kind of some technical aspects of SafeMoon. And then I'm also going to go over, either in the next video or the video after that, depending, I'm going to go over just like the technicals of SafeMoon and the things that I find interesting that kind of set it apart from a bunch of different cryptos, in my opinion. I have quite a few cryptos, but like I said yesterday, SafeMoon is the one that I've really latched onto. I have ADA, I have Bitcoin, I have Ethereum, I have Ethereum Classic, I have Bitcoin Gold, I have Stellar, I have I already said ADA. So I mean, I have a bunch, but like I harp on all the time, SafeMoon is the one that I think is going to be the difference in a bunch of people's lives, and I'm going to be here until it makes a difference in mine. So yeah, talk to you guys later. Bye.